Mum and Dad's laughter echoed through the house as we watched Basil Fawlty deliver another class overreaction. The buzz was euphoric. I sat eating my cheese and gherkin crackers, enamoured and enjoying my final night as a resident of this house. Tomorrow morning I'd leave the nest and head into the great beyond. It had started innocently enough, but the idea had gathered steam very quickly over the last few months. At 23, it felt like it was high time anyway. This house had been all I'd ever called home at this point, and tomorrow it felt surreal that I'd be handing in my keys for the final time and calling likely a series of rentals, quote-unquote, home. Earlier that day I'd driven around the city listening to all my favourite songs that represented me in different stages of my life. Songs that hid from plain view. Songs that you'd find down some alleyway that wasn't a huge hit but felt deeply personal. Songs that I hadn't given much time to but now seemed to sparkle in the afternoon glow. As I perused the back streets, the feeling of loss hit me. I'd likely not walk down here for many years, if ever again. And if I did, it'd be part of a bygone era, an era I was saying goodbye to today, an era that I was still in, just the last embers of it. I knew I'd look back on this time and never fully appreciate these last moments. We never do. It was time. After coming back from my holiday north, a confrontation with my parents was the final straw. I was old enough now. It was time to take my life into my own hands. "Ducks off!" Fawlty exclaimed as the credits rolled. "That one was brilliant," said Dad. And it was. But I knew the night was coming to an end. I knew that would be the last time I'd watch Fawlty Towers in my home. It's funny how you realise there's many final times for things. I remember seeing a melancholic meme on Facebook which said, at some point in time in the past, you and your friends went outside to play together for the last time, and none of you knew it. That would be true for so many things, I suddenly realised as the credits to Fawlty Towers rolled. I had visited the Stardust house for the last time without knowing 3 days ago. The man who worked at the petrol station had said his last, "Oh, you've done very well," to me. The pub would never hear me bellow out losing my religion again, teasing the dogs by whistling to them while they didn't know while I was up a tree, walking past Williama High School with the kangaroos on the oval at night. My new life beckoned, and I'd made up my mind on that. But tonight was reserved for paying tribute to the town and the home that made me. Before bed, I took one last slow walk through the house, trying to take in as much as I could. It'd be all gone soon. The chair marks in the carpet, the crack in the wall, the curtains that had been there since I was born, quiet landmarks of a life I'd be stepping out of. At my bedroom door, I brushed the frame with my hand, a small instinctive gesture, like letting the house know I was leaving and how good it had been to me. My whole life till now had unfolded here under this very roof. I lay down and stared back up at the ceiling in the dark. It felt like trying to sleep the night before your own life begins. Not scared. A bit excited perhaps? Mostly though, aware. Aware that in the morning I'd wake up somewhere else, and someone else. On day dot. Leaving isn't loud, it's gentle. A tide slipping out in the dark. And the house and I said our quiet goodbyes.